Good afternoon, I'm Ross Little from Atos, and I'm going to present the mobile app we have developed for ABC4EU. First off, we will run through an Ivory Coast passport, which is a visa holder scenario, and the whole process is for entering into the Schengen area. Okay, it's read the RFID of the passport, and it's now presenting it on these screens. That also checked against a certificate database in the police systems. So here we see that the certificate it was looking for, the CSCA, that can verify the digital signer certificate is not available. So we have a warning here in orange highlights. Here we see the MRZ read from the passport matches the MRZ in the chip. Okay, we will continue. Okay, now we have because the traveller is needing a visa, we can have options here either to swipe the visa directly, manually, or we can read it from the camera, or we can introduce the data manually if there was some issue with the visa. But because the visa is already registered in the entry-exit system, all we have to do for this online scenario is consult the entry-exit database. And here we have all the details of the visa. For this test scenario in pre-production, we've actually used a visa of a colleague. There was just a dummy one. So that's why it's expired. And here you actually see a match between the passport and the visa details, which we see are different. Okay, because the visa that we have in the test system is from a colleague. Okay, so we continue in the workflow. Now we're consulting the entry-exit database. So here for looking at entry into the Schengen area, we have 12 days. And okay, and the visa and the passport details. So do we want to continue? Yes. So now we're going to check the fingerprint. Okay, I'll just put in my fingerprint. So the fingerprint will actually be used for visa holders for a check against the national and Central European databases, including the VIS database. But this will happen later in the workflow. So, okay, the decision from the entry-exit system is that because it's out with the period of validity, then you're not allowed, it's false. So really we should send to second line here. But for the purpose to continue the flow and show you the whole workflow, we'll continue. The next check was to check if the traveller was in the National Facilitation Programme, which basically provides all pre-validation checks that means the traveller doesn't have to pass through the thorough checks and can pass through more quickly through the border. Now we're doing the Argos database check, which is the Spanish police system that connects to national and European central databases, including SIS and VIS systems. For the pre-production system just now, it's always returning the same error. So the police have to fix something. So we'll see it in a second. Also, to comment, the main production system, which connects against VIS BMS, is so much quicker, 10 seconds, whereas this takes up to 40, 50 seconds in pre-production. Okay, so the result from Argos, here we see that we have a hit. It's in amber because it's a warning. Possible positivo, which means there's a hit in one of the databases. So it could be the Schengen Information System has identified this person as a danger. It could be the visa number is not found. It could be that the fingerprint wasn't encountered. So in this case, it will be needed to consult the Argus computer system. Normally, and then we can't take a decision until we actually see the real reason for that on the police systems. The normal case would be tomar decisión, which means the border guard police have to decide whether to, based on all the previous screens, whether to allow entry or not into the country. We'll assume that we had a tomar decisión, and we'll continue the flow to allow the traveller to enter the country. On this final screen, we show that to the traveller, and we tell him you have 12 days for 12 allowed days for entry into the Schengen area, and that's the end of the process.